This conference will now be recorded.
All right, well, welcome everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Stephen Kelly of VacationCRM. We also have Rob from Project Expedition on this call. And today I just want to do a quick little demo on the integration and kind of partnership we have between our two systems, VacationCRM and Project Expedition. And Rob can talk here in a few minutes about, a little bit about their program. He has some slides to share, but first let's talk about how this works from VacationCRM. So this is just a fake demo account here, and just generically Project Expedition, they offer tours and excursions that you can book for your clients. They have a lot of functionality to automate that process, so it's a lot less work on your side of things to actually sell them some excursions. We also, for quite a while now, have been integrated with them as far as if you book something in their program and you get a booking number, you can import it into your VacationCRM trip, so you can record that for your sales and have it on your invoice and all that for your client. But the thing I wanted to specifically talk about today is a newer integration that we've added, and that is the ability to submit data to them so they can market to your client for you to offer them excursions. So it's a couple of clicks and they will start sending emails to your client for you on your behalf. So you don't have to deal with that on your end of things. So if you are in a trip in VacationCRM, for those of you that are current users, you probably will notice or have noticed a new button here, Promote with Project Expedition. Now, if this is grayed out, when you hover over it, it'll tell you where to go to activate that. But basically, you're going to go to Settings and Manage User Details. And then on this screen, there will be a spot to generate a token. So you won't have a token. By default, this will be blank. So what you need to do is you need to log into your Project Expedition account. And if you click on My Account and you click on Integrations here, you will find VacationCRM, and there will be a button kind of like this where you'll click Generate Token, and that will give you, something like this. You're going to take this and then go in here and paste it in and then just save the changes, and that's really all you need to do. Once you do that and you log out and log back in, it's very straightforward. This button will now be clickable. You do want to make sure before you click this, you enter some of the trip information. That will just save you the hassle of having to manually type it in. Specifically the trip date and the destination. You also need to make sure that your client, on their profile, you probably obviously have their name entered, but you also want to make sure that you have an email address. So you can see here when I hover over his name, I have an email address entered for him. So that's all you really need. And then if this is a client who has expressed interest in some excursions and you already promised to send them some options, or maybe you just think they would be interested in some excursion options, all you have to do is just simply click this button, and it's going to pre-populate a lot of this. It's not going to pre-populate the city. So let's just say they're going to Playa del Carmen, and make sure everything else is correct, and then just click send. And that is it. You should, if everything works right, you'll get a little notification here that says the drip campaign was added. And if you wanted to double check to make sure, you can go in here. I believe it's under Manage Bookings and then My Clients. And then you can see that's the one that I just did. You can see the date of today. You can view the details. I think it'll tell you how frequently it will send emails. I'm not sure if that's customizable at an account level. Rob can answer that. But you can also click here to see kind of a preview of what tours are available for that destination as well. So, I mean, like I said, that's all there is to it. I know you all are busy and you don't always have time to, offer an excursion that's going to pay you, a little bit of commission compared to a full-on booking that's going to pay you hundreds. But, every little bit adds up. And if you are sending these out, the more you send out, the more often your clients are going to book these, which, one equals more sales and commission for you, but also you're selling experiences for your clients that they're, hopefully will never forget, these great memories that they did zip lining through some forest somewhere, or whatever. There's thousands of options on there. So Rob, do you want to jump in and add anything to that, or tell the users that maybe aren't as familiar with your program what you have to offer?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Stephen. Hi, everyone. I'm Rob from Project Expedition. I'm going to just share my screen. I guess, Stephen, you need to flip a switch or something. Here we
Yep,
go.
just did
Cool.
it.
Nice. So, yeah, hi, everyone. I'm Rob. I'm one of the co-founders of Project Expedition. Just going to give a quick 5-minute overview of what we do. But before doing that, I just massive thank you to Stephen and the team at VacationCRM for doing this integration. I think it's a bit of a game changer in terms of being so easy to offer excursions. Like, it's literally the click of a button is going to fire off multiple emails to your clients, non-expiring referral links, and if your clients book before they travel, when they're in destination, or if they just come back to us in 6 months' time to book something somewhere else, you will earn commission on that booking. And all you had to do was just click that button. So I know some of you, if you know us, you've been doing this all on our website, and you can continue doing that. But you now have this extra option here. And maybe it's for those clients that it's been so much work for you to book the cruise in or book the land part in that you just kind of want to move on. Well, with this option now, you just click the button and the whole campaign is set up. So just for everyone that doesn't know us, just high level, Project Expedition is a platform of just over 22,000 experiences around the world. So what's really cool about our product is I really think wherever you're selling, you can think of us to help earn extra commission. If you are selling a trip to Hawaii, we've got lots of activities. If you are selling a trip to Paris, we've got the museum tours, the cultural tours, the food tasting tours, riverboat tours, even Moulin Rouge, and obviously the Eiffel Tower as well. Where we're a little bit different to some of the other platforms out there is we are not trying to work with every single supplier out there. We just want really great quality tours and activities. Our whole business is built around working with travel advisors such as yourselves. So the relationship is really important to us. We want to get to know you, we want to support you, and we want your clients to have a great time. So they come back to you, they come back to us. So we really are careful who we work with. So that's the tours and activity space. We do a lot of shore excursions as well. So think of us every time you sell a cruise. You can send on the excursion options in every port. You've got this feature in VacationCRM now. If you go to our website, you can load up the cruise itinerary as well and see all the port stops and what's available. Our shore excursions have a back to ship guarantee. That's really important because I know your client's going to ask you, is it safe to book for a third party? And the answer is yes, it really is. And the other thing I'll mention is we can help you with transfers. If you simply need to get your client to or from an airport, to a hotel, to a cruise port, to a train station, we can help you with that. So think of us just for transfers as well. Couple of things I mentioned, I touched on this, but we have a great selection of local suppliers around the world, and we're really proud of our partners, and we actually promote their names and their logos. So you may recognize some of the ones on the screen here. They're some of the bigger partners we work with. You might know Eat With, you might know Club Mobe, that's the airport lounge in Jamaica. This is all the kind of product that we carry. This is what your clients will be booking if you send them the links, and it's also what you can book. And you can even search by supplier name. So if you know you just want to quickly book Club Mobe in US dollars for a partner you know and trust, you can quickly book them and add a transfer and book it all in one go. All the pricing is the same, so you don't pay more to book anyone through us, and that includes your commission as well. And my final little slide is just on the customer service, because this is actually where we get our best feedback. So while today's session has been very much about technology and seamless integration, which I'm really excited about because it's just going to make it so easy for you to increase your sales, I want you to know that we are real people and we are here to help you at every step in the way. Our business has kind of been built on being here before a trip when we ask for questions or trip planning support. We can even do custom requests. We can even do group requests. You can call us, you can email us, you can even live chat us on the website. We can help you with last minute questions, like modifications and cancellations. And after a trip, we're around as well. So you don't just book a local company and then we pass you off to them. We share all the details of them so you can talk to them, but we are here and we are very much here to help you as well. And just finally, the end of the process is the commission. We do pay very quickly. We pay every 2 weeks. So if you click that button in VCRM, send a link to your client, and then the clients make a booking, that will be automatically linked to your account. You will receive an email notification when your clients book, so you'll be aware, and the commission will get sent into your agency automatically. So it's really as simple as click that button that Stephen was showing, and the process goes from there. All right, thanks everyone. I'm going to flip it back to Stephen.
Thank you, Rob. There was a question I saw pop up, and it was from Karen. She said, is there an extensive amount of lounges available, approximate cost? Oftentimes they are crowded via credit card benefits. Does Project Expedition have pre-confirmed access?
Oh, great question. Yeah, we have a couple of, we have over 800 lounges on our platform, a few partners that offer them. It's pre-confirmed, and you'll see which lounge you're actually booking. So something like Club Mobay, you actually can't book it if it's unavailable. We have a direct connection with them, so it won't even let you make a payment. If you look at something like we have the Virgin Atlantic Lounge in JFK, you'll see those get reviewed, confirmed by the supplier. So yeah, it's all pre-confirmed. You have a voucher, and yeah, you present that on the door. I'll also put my email address in the chat. So if anyone does have any just follow-ups afterwards, you can always reach out to me, just in case.
Okay, and there was another question. Go ahead.
When the emails the promotion emails are sent to clients, is a copy going to go to the agents as well, so we know what's being sent out?
Yes, that's coming from Project Expedition system, but I just did one before this call because I logged into a different user that I normally don't use on this demo account, and I just wanted to give it a quick test. And I received an email from them. I was copied in basically in the email to the client.
Okay.
And I believe that's pretty standard. Is that correct, Rob?
Yeah, you'll be CC'd on everything. And we actually register that client's email address in our system to your account. So it's kind of linked to you via the email and the referral link.
Okay, and then question for me, this doesn't really have to do with the integration side of things, but when they end up booking something, or if they end up booking something, is the agent send an email to notify, hey, so-and-so booked this tour or whatever?
They are, yeah. They're CC'd on the voucher. And the email will say, just FYI, your client's made this booking. You don't need to do anything unless you need to register it, which I guess is going to lead into what you're about to demo.
Yeah, I was just going to say you can, once you have that booking, you would go into VCRM and you would add that as a reservation. And you would, select, say, excursion and Project Expedition. And then if I had a real booking number, I would type the booking number in here, and then I would click this button, and it'll import the details of that excursion, the pricing, commission, things like that. So you can record it for your own sales records in VacationCRM, and, so it's on the invoice that you end up sending to the client as well. And then there was another question, I believe, for me. Amber, you said you were logging into your VacationCRM account and missed the instructions on how to get the button to pop up. So the button will be there no matter what. It just might be grayed out. It's always on the trip screen. So if you're on the reservation screen, the next level down, you won't have it there. So you just need to click on the trip name here to go back to the trip screen. And you'll see that button no matter what. But if it is grayed out, if you hover over it, it'll tell you to go to settings and manage user details, which I guess I already had up, but and there's a button you can click to generate token. That will just take you to their website, and if you're not signed in, you'll sign in there, and then from there you can just go to your account. I guess I was already on that screen. Click on integrations, and then generate a token there, and then you'll paste that into VCRM right here, and then save your changes. And I believe you do need to log out and log back in. I can't remember. You may or may not. If you do this and you go to the trip screen and refresh it and it's still grayed out, just log out and log back in, and then it should be clickable. And you simply just do what I did earlier. Just follow the steps, select the city, so it can kind of drill down and get more specific, because Obviously Mexico's a large country. If they're in Playa del Carmen, you don't want to send them, excursion options from Puerto Vallarta or, somewhere else. So make sure you select that, click send. But you can always log into your account just to double check under your My Clients, and you can view the campaign details there. Any other questions anyone has? Okay, Amber, do we as the advisors select the excursions that the client sees, or do they have all the options available in that destination selected? I believe it shows the full list for that destination. Is that correct, Rob?
That's correct. Yeah, you're really sending the destination page, so like the Playa del Carmen landing page.
Okay. Now, this is not as automated, but another thing that I've been telling agents for years that I really like about Project Expedition is sometimes some destinations, probably Mexico, I don't know, I don't have the details on who has, what, like there's 114 options just for Playa del Carmen. And I feel like sometimes maybe that's overwhelming because, I have no idea which one of these is very popular with clients and which ones are not as popular. So one thing I've really loved about Project Expedition is you can create a wish list and you can generate an affiliate link specifically to that wish list. So if you want to do your clients a favor and, narrow this down to like the 10 that you absolutely know people love, you always get great feedback, you could create a link specifically for that. And then you could put it in an email group in Vacation CRM to, have it's still going to automatically send out. You would just have to create the wish list up front and then apply that email to send out to the client. And then when they click on that, it's the same situation. They're not going to be receiving emails as a drip campaign from Project Expedition, but they are receiving a link, an affiliate link from you to that wish list. Now, from that link, I believe they can still click out of the 10 that you've selected if they want to see a more broad set of options. But that would be a kind of a workaround if you wanted to get very specific on what you offer them. And Karen, you said what stage of the client relationship is ideal for this system? What do you mean by that? As far as like when you put them in Vacation CRM in general, or when you send the
Well,
drip
like if
campaign
you
start?
just have a client starting to talk about a potential trip, but it's 3 to 6 months out, just starting to drip them ideas of where and what they can do if they decide to go through you? Or is it once you've already established, okay, I'm working with a client, we're moving forward, this is when I put them into the system?
As far as just Vacation CRM with Project Expedition out of the equation, I mean, generally a lot of agents, if it's a situation like that where they don't even want to start planning for 3 to 6 months, you could still enter them as a trip lead, and your leads will show up on your dashboard right here. And you can put reminders in, under a lead to reach out to a client 6 months from now or 3 months from now. Or you could even just create a profile for them if you don't want to see their name in the leads because, maybe they weren't that serious yet. You could put a reminder in under their profile to say, follow up with this client and set the due date 3 months from today. And then as in a real situation, you're probably going to have quite a few reminders in here. But as you go, you're going to be marking these as complete. And so, in a perfect situation, anything you see listed here will only be like today or future dates as far as the due date goes, because hopefully you're keeping up with everything. And then when you get into, March or April or whenever it may be, you'll see that'll pop up. And that's probably someone you've forgotten about by then because you just got through wave season. But it's going to remind you to follow up with this client. You could have a note in there. They reached out on January 10th but said they weren't ready to plan anything yet. Then you can reach out to them and start the conversation again. But you can't start a drip campaign until you have a trip created for them, which you wouldn't have until they're actually ready to book a trip.
Great.
Does that help?
Yep.
Okay. And Karen, you'd asked about a tip sheet. So I have we're recording this, and I also recorded just by myself with no one else on how to do this, and that's in the user center in Vacation CRM as well. Anyone else have any questions? No? All right. Well, thank you all for your time. I know it's precious right now during this time of the year, so good luck getting through wave season. But hopefully this was beneficial, and hopefully we can help you, get some excursions booked with very little effort. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to myself or Rob directly. We'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you all again, and have a great rest of your day and week.